Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. And welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of April 23rd through April 29th, 2023. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon international bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. Welcome back to my loyal listeners, my viewers, my followers. It's lovely to be in your energies again. And a big thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you are coming to the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created 20 years ago in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, either in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California, or online. I am also a clairvoyant, psychic, tarot card reader, intuitive counselor, and I offer Reiki energy clearings and healings to give direction and clarity to help clients to get unstuck, to move stagnant energies in their lives. Now, speaking about receiving clarity and direction, I received this lovely email from a client of mine after her intuitive counseling and her Reiki session, and she wrote, "My healing work with Angel Ariel was a gift from the divine. My session with Claire was all about getting clear, as one of her names suggests so perfectly. Our session together helped me to see what had been holding me back. I feel so much freer, peaceful, lighter, happier, independent, joyful, and blessed. I realized the pattern of my past and worked to forgive in a way that I never thought possible. Wow! I feel complete with what I came to learn. I feel closure. I don't really have the words to explain this profound gift. Just know that this was a wow experience. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Angel Ariel, and your posse of angels, for helping me find my way out of my patterns and giving me back to myself. Now shining brightly." And that comes from Susan Z in the USA. You know, if you'd like to book any of my services, please phone me at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. And remember, that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in lovely Santa Monica, California. Or you can always visit my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I'd like to remind everyone that my wonderful guided angel meditation, Letting Go of Concerns and Living in the Now, is now available as an MP3 to download to your devices. This is exclusively available on my website, only on my website, and it is for the low price of $11.11. So download this heavenly MP3, and that can be found at my website, on my website at angelhealinghouse.com. Again, thank you. Thank you to all those people who have made donations for my free content. If you'd like to make a donation, I've left my PayPal link in the description box down below, along with all my contact details. And here on Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do consult the runes. We go to oracle cards and tarot cards for this upcoming week, but we always start by looking into the astrological heavens to see what planetary energies are affecting us. And boy, there was a heck of a lot to unpack. The biggest cosmic event occurred on April 20th as we entered a new cycle of Aries and solar eclipse and Libra lunar eclipse coming up. Now, the one that we just had was a total solar eclipse in Aries. It's helping us to take a huge leap forward, ascending into our soul's evolution. And the next part of our soul's journey, as eclipses work like portals that fast track us to the very next level. This one is very rare indeed, and is so powerful that it is aiding us to move from one timeline to the next. This one, it will see many of us being able to see physical, tangible results of new doors, new opportunities opening for us. Because of the new, often prayed for and visualized outcomes, opportunities, and offers, in many cases, our joy and excitement that our prayers have finally been answered and heard and delivered, this will override any fear in stepping forward into these longed for opportunities that will manifest for many of us. Of course, we have free will, and we can even refuse the fulfillment of our heartfelt wishes. But my angelic family, the posse of angels who I am part of, we're sharing that if we do choose, when we are offered these physical, tangible results of our wishes fulfilled, if we do choose to step forward, there will be abundance and there'll be prosperity that awaits for us. The posse of angels and I, we are saying perhaps it would be a good suggestion to feel the fear and step forward anyway. Yes, eclipses may push us, but in order to experience something brand new, we have to go beyond what has become too familiar, too comfortable, and routine to experience the greatest growth of our soul and for us to experience unbelievable wealth in all areas of our lives. Now, just like the birthing process often is accompanied by pain before we hold the sweetness of a newborn baby, just like a caterpillar must die within the cocoon to become a butterfly, and just like the result of coal being put under enormous pressure creates a diamond, we too are transforming into the powerful, sovereign, multidimensional beings of light that we were always meant to be. This transformation may also put us under pressure. We may feel challenged, and certainly we may feel emotionally tender and out of sorts. Some may even feel out of body. It could present us with things in our external world to be dealt with. And the posse of angels is sharing that unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion, these are the Holy Trinity to address anything that comes up, especially for ourselves. Now, solar eclipses, unlike the upcoming Libra lunar eclipse, these solar eclipses, they physically bring things into our external lives to change our world. There's a great deal of new beginning energy under this eclipse, and it's giving us the power to shift our life's path in a very new direction. Also, what happened on April 20th, the sun moved out of Aries and into the very grounded, earthy energy of Taurus. Happy birthday to all you bulls out there. I live with a bull. My husband Pete is a Taurian. With all of its fiery, determined energies, Aries energies can be felt as moving swiftly forward. But once the sun moves into Taurus with its methodical, measured, unhurried nature, things do tend to slow down and gives us opportunities to take A well-deserved breather. And this will be even more enforced with a Mercury retrograde in Taurus as it stationed retrograde yesterday on April the 21st. Now, although there are some who are not fans of Mercury retrograde and slowing down of our lives and our projects, which happens 3 or 4 times a year, and it happens for 3 weeks, April 21st, I think it's going to be starting to move direct on May 14th? Yes, around May 14th. Although it does give us time. Mercury retrogrades, give us time to review and to re-edit, to revisit aspects of our lives that we were just too busy before to take any notice of. For instance, the slowdown could give us time to review our lifestyle, our diet, our self-care. Where and what are we focusing our energies on to see if these things are beneficial, or if we're just like a little hamster on a wheel, just doing things by rote. And of course, be on the lookout for one of my favorite things that happened during a Mercury retrograde is that people from the past show up and enter our lives. But not only people, but perhaps you were offered something in the past that didn't work out. Maybe the timing wasn't correct. Maybe those people weren't part of your soul tribe. It was not for your greatest benefit and the greatest benefit of all concerned. But those things that may not have worked in the past, they have a sneaky way during a Mercury retrograde of showing up again. So with all of this enormous energy, how are you feeling? You can comment down below. How are you feeling with all of this? My Angel Healing House healing practice clients have reported feeling off balance, feeling very emotional. On my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, one caller into the show said that she felt like, she was giving birth and just becoming weepy. It could be making us have thoughts and dreams and memories and visions of people and places of the past. Now, this is because there is so much that is being dislodged and released out of our DNA and cellular memory, and it's being done with love, peace, and closure. It's not being done with a crowbar, and it's not being done, to our detriment. It is being done through love, peace, and closure, because those karmic things, which the Posse of Angels and I have spoken about for several months, not only here on Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, but on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show as well. It's because those karmic contracts are finishing. They're done. This is occurring to support us also in moving forward into the higher dimensional frequencies, the 5th dimensional New Earth timeline. The reason for this is that there are now the sheer numbers of awakened people on the planet, and they're now ready to step into the 5th dimensional energies. But this means that the 3rd dimension and the 4th dimension timelines, they're all being resolved to 0 point. Now, what is 0 point? 0 point is the state of perfect resonance that contains all the frequencies of all that is, all that ever was, all that will be, which equates to the simultaneous presence of all possibilities. Some would say that 0 point is the place where dreams are made of. As we are experiencing 5th dimensional energies, it is sparking the clearing away of our Akashic records. This is done so as a soul in a human vehicle, we can start afresh, no longer having to repeat karmic lessons for our soul's growth. It may not seem like it now, but soon we will be able to get settled and grounded into this body. Now, the reason for this is that for a while our consciousness has been heightened and elevated, but it's taken our physical more dense body, longer to reach fifth dimensional frequencies, as our DNA was not clear. With this solar eclipse, the 3, 6, 9 alchemical vibrations are also rising to the surface, as this is the matching frequency of creation in the higher dimensions. Now, I won't go into it now, but to find out more about the miracles of the combined energies of the 3, 6, 9, please research Nikola Tesla's theories on the alchemical creation of miracles with 369. What this is doing individually and collectively through us is the manifestation of heaven on earth, as new beliefs and ideas will now be received. The more we graciously open up to this heavenly shift, the more support we will experience, because we will then start to draw to ourselves fifth dimensional relationships of like-minded, like-energy people, our most in resonance soul tribe, to connect with who is the match for our singular same vibrational frequency. Now, as a collective, we are healing together energetically, and many of us are feeling great bliss with the anticipation of entering this new earth timeline. The emotional feeling for some can be attributed to know that for eons upon eons of time that we have incarnated and participated in former missions to liberate the planet, but the light certainly was not strong enough. There weren't enough people awakened, but now with the earth's freedom, many are feeling such overwhelming relief, and they're crying. But now they're crying tears of joy. All we need to do is to trust in the divine, and release any control. For doing this will open those new era of light doors with greater ease and greater grace. What a joyous time of celebration for all of us here on planet Earth. Now, this solar eclipse can be seen as a bookend in the spiritual war that has been fought over the past 11,000 years to bring light to our beloved planet Earth. And my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, is sharing that the role that each one of us played in bringing about the freedom of our kidnapped planet has now concluded. There is no more fighting. This is the reason, well, there never really was fighting. There was just consciously putting our emphasis on our vibrational frequency of love, of light, of unity, of forgiveness, of compassion, of non-judgment, of unity. This is the reason why the Posse of Angels and I have been speaking about so many of our karmic contracts ending, which are opening doors for our new timelines to be experienced. In fact, this solar eclipse in the fiery, determined sign of Aries, it'll give us the strength, the self-belief, the confidence, and the courage we need to relinquish any old karmic missions that we signed on for, in order to bring greater love and light to our beloved planet. By releasing, surrendering, and letting go of those out-of-date missions or past their use-by dates, we open doors to transform our destiny. Look not to the past, but shift your eyes and set your sights on a bright, inspired future for yourself and the planet. One of the greatest things that we can do now is to embrace our hard-won sovereignty. Step into being God's source's master creators, allowing ourselves to co-create with Spirit to show us how we can contribute and birth our new creations into this new era of light. Yes, we will be using our skills, our abilities, our gifts, our talents. We may be asked by spirit, and it may be brought to us in an unexpected way for us to step into a new role. And yes, we might have to get up to speed in what we're learning, but this will be the perfect platform for our soul to be able to shine and be of greatest benefit for the contribution of light to the planet. By letting go of that old world, we open to our new inheritance as crystalline light beings inhabiting a renewed planet of light. I don't know about you, makes me feel wonderful. Welcome in these new energies of knowing, trusting that we will be supported, and we now have the power to create our reality, not just for us, not just for our families, but for many generations ahead. And when I went to my runes, this one flew out of the bag. And this one is Sewelu. It is the rune of life force. It's the rune of wholeness, and it's the rune of the sun's energies. This is rune that denotes great power in that it is making life force available to us once again for rebirth and regeneration, but this is being done down to our cellular level. With Sewelu also denoting the sun's energy, we just had that solar eclipse, it counsels opening ourselves up and letting the light into a part of our life that perhaps has been shut away up until this point. The sun's energy of Sewelu is now streaming out from our heart center. It's emanating out into the world. Allow this to happen. This wonderful time of radiance is encouraging us to integrate new energies. It permits us to flow into wholeness. And I love that this sun's energies, Sewelu, the rune of the sun's energies, came out within a couple of days of that solar eclipse. Next deck I went to was the Star Seed Oracle. It's a lovely deck. Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel. Beautiful, lovely soft cards. And I was going to just choose one card, but 3 cards came out, and I asked the posse of angels, oh, that's too much, but they said it's a story. So please, they said, read it as a story. The first card that came out is the void, where everything and also nothing exist. The first card is signifying that we are in a time, many of us, after the eclipse, of total and fertile darkness, where all things originate. You think about those tiny seeds under the ground during the frozen ground of winter. They're not doing they're not just there. They're there, and they're working on that divine timing to germinate and to then break forth and blossom. Surrender now to the unknown and the mystery of what is coming next. It's not for you to know, and it's not for you to push, and it's not for you to control. It's not even for you to wait, because as I've spoken about, I think over the last 12 years of my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, and certainly my 20 years I'm celebrating this year as a healing practitioner at my business, Angel Healing House. I've said that don't wait for anything to happen, because if you wait for something to happen, you'll always be waiting. But create. Create instead of wait. And when the creating, we open ourselves up to that, the channel to the divine. And then when our time is ready to step forth and shine, we will have the content enabling us to the created content in order for us to share with others. So surrender to the mystery of life, of what's coming next. But the good news is that when this card the void, comes out. Every time it comes out, it often surfaces at the end of a chapter or the end of a phase of our life. And I love that the next card that came out is cracked open. And its message is surrender to the alchemy of life, the mystery of life that was said in that card, the void. Okay? Be receptive to being cracked open, for when we actually are creating space for the grace of God Source Creator to enter our lives. Stay open to those infinite possibilities in the void and bless. Bless where you are in your exact circumstance. For this way, Spirit can find their way to you to bestow that grace that is coming in, not for anybody else, but especially for you. And the third card that came out, and what a heavenly card indeed to finish off this story of the Starseed Oracle, is often referred, Inner Earth is often referred to as Shambhala. And its message is new solutions and new beginnings, exactly what the Posse of Angels and I spoke about, the new beginning energies of this solar eclipse. Now, the inner earth, or some people believe that this is Agartha, to be the inner realm of the planet. This blissful place is often said to be inhabited by Lemurians and Atlanteans that survived the fall from grace. Just like this inner world is hidden, the solutions of our questions and questing may be beyond what we can perceive now. But firstly, the Posse of Angels and I wish for you to know that you will not only survive this, but things will work out better than you can possibly ever imagine. But in the meantime, if you wish to shake things up, you need to change the energy by trying something that you don't normally do. If you're a writer, take your laptop out and go write at a cafe. I've done this in the past many times before, and just the change of scenery and the passing panoply of people, it just was a new perspective, and it changed the energies. Instead of taking a coffee break at home or at work, that 10 or 15 minutes, walk away from your desk, maybe take a takeaway coffee and go to the park. I am fortunate to have a lovely park only 4 blocks away from my house, and it has a pond that is filled with turtles and ducks and the occasional ibis and different birds. I feel, as I drink my coffee and I just blend in with the surroundings, I feel such a clarity and a peace just watching them. By doing something different and unexpected to shift our focus during a time of the void, we open the door for unexpected, helpful people and signs from the universe to come our way in an unexpected way. And I went to one more oracle deck, which is Oracle of Mystical Moments, which I do so enjoy. Like dominoes, they fall over. This one was Weaving Flowers, and it was a number 3. And I giggled because I am, out of all of those multiple numbers, I am constantly seeing 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. This seems to be my number. The number 33 is a sign that you can expect great changes in your life soon. Some say that it's both the most influential and the most selfless of the numbers. This number has an energy that is actually associated with selfless acts of service that are done with such a high regard They are done with cheerfulness and great joy and love. But in confirmation to the Starseed Oracle card story, the 33 beings, the 33 is an auspicious sign from where we are in alignment with our divine creative source and able to manifest whatever we desire into form. This lady on this card is not worried about what is to come in, because she knows that she's held in the hands of God's source creator and the angels. And she'll be supported, and she'll be guided, and she'll be provided for what she needs. Her faith in this knowing keeps her calm, concentrated on her creative efforts. In this case, she's taking the petals from above, and from below, she's weaving them. Be that divine creator that you are. And then when the new manifests in for you, again, you will have the content or the finished efforts to then share with others. Let's go to my Angel Healing House tarot cards and see what comes out for us. Happy spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, and happy going into winter in the Southern Hemisphere. I have lots of family and friends in Australia, and also other parts of the world in the Southern Hemisphere. Southern California was slow in bringing us spring, but spring seems to have come summer, as it's going to be close to 80 degrees today in some parts of Los Angeles. Changing over the wardrobe to sleeveless tops and sandals and things like that. Just makes you feel fresh. It makes you feel like fresh and enlivens a change coming in. 1, 2, 3. First card that's coming out is the Void card. It's the Death card. It's a time of regeneration, transformation. It's going from one timeline to the next timeline. And all we need to do, just like this woman's soul, her lover or spouse, partner is grieving her physical form, but she is just being released to transform into a new, some would say improved, elevated and heightened vibrational frequency, so that she could experience the next timeline for her. And that's what many of our bodies are going through as they crystalline into higher dimensional frequencies to catch up with our consciousness, or I should say our consciousness, because our consciousness is just not our brain, and it is our hearts. It's our hearts and the expansion of who we are in these physical forms. The next card, so that is our general situation, transforming ourselves to step into, to go to that next timeline. Excuse me, what we should focus on. We should focus on the new path in front of us. We should focus on, again, look at the butterflies. The butterflies are a sign of transformation, of going from, and I did mention the butterfly, dying off in the cocoon to be reborn into the butterfly, that caterpillar. Dying off to be reborn into the butterfly, going in from this dark void. Again, so you can see this gentleman in my cards, he's coming out of the dark void into the light, and that's where many of us find ourselves, in this void. But our focus is on putting our vision towards that light and keeping that vision in our hearts. That spiritual war is over. We contributed to the light on the planet, and now open yourself up to the expected of where and what path you will be shown to step on. You don't have to produce it. You don't have to push for it. Just have to be open to receive it now. The next card So that's a general situation. That's what to focus on. The next one is the unexpected for us. And the unexpected, once again, is a new beginning. The Fool card is that card. And they want me to point out the dove here, which is the Holy Spirit, is this is a new cycle of what is divinely meant to be for us. We are finishing up those karmic cycles, and so a new path. They want us to be childlike. They want us to be open in wonder and enchantment, to receive infinite possibilities as to how Spirit, God, Source, Creator, and the angels will take our elevated consciousness, our crystalline bodies, and our gifts, our talents and abilities, and how they're going to weave them. How they're going to weave them into our being of greatest benefit and contribution to this new era of light on the planet. They're also saying, point out the white dog, just have faith. You're not going to be left behind. You will be led. Allow yourself, like our wonderful Fool. We are back at zero, starting over again with these new energies. Next card is advice from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Oh, it's a time to celebrate our hard-won efforts. Yes, many of us will be moving. Yes, many of us will be moving not only towns, cities, states, some moving overseas, to be able to fulfill these divinely ordered careers, jobs, opportunities, offers, things to step into for us to be of greatest benefit now to this new era of light. But and again, we have the doves on top. This is a wondrous celebration. And instead of trying to figure it out, how, when, and why, which is not our providence, that's the providence of God, Source, Creator, and the angels, all we need to do is say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this unbelievable, wonderful new opportunity that's coming in for me. And the next card, our last one, is the outcome, is the Three of Pentacles. This is collaborating and connecting. Again, we see the dove. Again, we see the dove that has shown up in so many of these cards. Collaborating with our new soul family. We are just going to be so in sync, in vibrational, energetic resonance with them, that we are on the same page, and we are here to collaborate and work together to bring about these new structures, these new projects, these new systems, these new things of light to seed our wonderful, wonderful planet. Now, they do want me to look under the deck, and under the deck is the Two of Cups. This is the partnership card. It's partnering with our soul tribe. It's actually partnering with ourselves. It's to step into all of those parts of ourselves that we have denied in the past, our authenticity and our highest vibrational frequency. And in my cards, nothing is in my cards that is not a symbol. And the symbol here is the seagull. The seagull is a sign of adaptability and also flexibility, because many of those wishes are going to be filled in unexpected ways. So take a note from the posse of angels and myself and feel the fear, if that's what you're feeling when you're offered something, and step forward anyway to be able to embrace the riches and the wealth and the abundance that this position or opportunity will offer you. I hope all that's been helpful for you. Remember that Walk in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom always gets uploaded on Saturday. Very few exceptions to that. And you can always find me on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio, now in its 12th year, on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Of course, the first 20 minutes is about where we are astrologically and what is affecting us here on planet Earth. But then you can call in for free mini angel readings. I've given away thousands upon thousands of free mini angel readings over the last 12 years. And also, if you would like any of my services, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can always phone 831-277-3716. And remember, that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are here in Santa Monica, California. But I have clients all over the world. I do intuitive counseling online, as well as those distant healing Reiki sessions. So do remember to go to my website for more information on my award-winning international bestsellers, and that downloading of that wonderful MP3 to your devices for only $11.11. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm sending you love, and as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.